As an older person, we don't have time to mess around. Whether we're working full time or we have family obligations, we need stuff that is actually going to work. So in this video, I'm going to reveal a simple 4-step process that you can apply and actually start making money. This 4-step process is based on my 10 years of experience of creating content and making money online. I've made money with affiliate marketing, digital products, memberships, and even software as a service. And so I'm the perfect person to show you not only what you should do, but how to do it. After watching this video, you will have the foundations required to go out there and start an online business that you can be proud of and that'll actually generate some cash for you. Now, this will be the first part in a multi-part series that breaks down the 4 parts individually so that you have everything that you need to get up and running and get up and running fast. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into part 1, which is identifying what you want to be known for. What you want to be known for, or some people call it picking a niche, is the foundation of everything else that we are going to do. And it's the most important because it really controls and guides how we interact and how we make money. If you tried to pick a niche in the past and you struggled, I've got some really simple, basic ways that you can find a niche and make money. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you have to be in health, wealth, or relationships in order to make money. What you've got to realize is that's a lie. Trillions of dollars are spent every single day, and most of it isn't in health, wealth, or relationships. Also, they're going to tell you that there's some niches out there that are too saturated or too competitive. That's also a lie. New people are getting into these oversaturated niches every single day, and they're finding success, and there's no reason why you can't do it too. So let's go ahead and get into the different ways that you can find a niche, and I'll give you some examples. The first one, and probably the easiest one, is look at who you were 5 years ago. For example, I have twin 9-year-olds and a 6-year-old. 5 years ago, my twins were 3-year-olds and my 6-year-old was a newborn. And so essentially, I could create content about helping parents of twins, helping navigating parents of multiples, helping working full-time and finding a work-life balance. Those are all problems that I helped solve. I also had to learn how to be a better husband and a better spouse. Those are things that I could turn around and teach other people. Another niche that you could get into are different hobbies or passions. I love playing video games in my downtime, and I could turn around and teach that to other people. Key, when you are creating content and trying to start an online business, we want to actually teach people something. We don't want to be an influencer. We don't want to just create vlog style content. We want to create content that solves a problem for somebody else. And for example, if I wanted to get into the video game niche, I would simply create content that teaches people how to do basic things in their chosen video game. There are tons of YouTube videos out there that do just that, and that's how you build a community, a core fan base, and that's how you actually make money. Another area that you could find a niche are your skills. What are you skilled in? What do you have some foundation knowledge in? For me, my skills are in computers. I have a pretty good understanding of hardware and software. I built computers when I was younger, and so that might be something that I could teach somebody else. Now, before I continue, I should let you know that you don't have to be an expert in any one of these fields. You just have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the person behind them and communicate well enough so that you can actually teach them what you know. Another great way to find a niche is to take a look at your work or job functions. My last job before I quit, I was a software developer. And when it comes to being a software developer, I had to know about C++, I had to know about JavaScript, and I had to know about Node programming languages. Now, that's a little too technical for this video, but understand that your skills, your job function, there's other people out there that want to learn what you know, and that could be a perfect opportunity for you to make money. So if you've got skills, if you've worked at a job for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you are in the perfect position to teach other people what you know and help them move up the corporate ladder. Now, one final note when it comes to picking a niche. It's very important that you not only pick a niche, but niche down. All too often, people pick this very general niche and they never niche down into different sub-niches. For example, a bad niche would be personal finance. It's too general, it's too broad, and that could mean many different sub-niches. What you've got to think about is there are still tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that are interested in these different sub-niches that you want to focus on. A better niche would be, I help people save money, I help people invest in the stock market. These are different sub-niches of personal finance, and that's what I would recommend that you explore. What I would recommend that you do is take 5 or 10 minutes, pause this video, and write down 1 or 2 of each, and then out of the 10 that you have, circle the ones that you would feel the most comfortable talking about consistently over a long period of time. After about 20 minutes, you should probably have 1 or 2, circle the one that you like, and move on to the next step. Do not spend days trying to find the perfect niche. There's no such thing as the perfect niche. I'm going to reveal later in this video how we're going to stand out from our competitors so that we can build a following and actually make money. Now, once you finally have your niche, you're simply going to write down the niche at the top and then write down all of the problems that your niche has. For example, if you help people save money, you could talk about budgeting, you could talk about investing in stocks, exchange traded funds, bonds, crypto even. Write down all of the different problems that your target audience has so that we can use that for the next upcoming steps. Now that we have our niche figured out, we need to move on to step number 2, which is essentially picking a platform. And what I mean by picking a platform is we need to decide where we're going to create our content. Now you've got to remember that all of these platforms get billions of users. YouTube, for example, gets 20 billion users per month. TikTok gets 2.2 billion users a month, and you just need a small fraction of that user base in order to make money. What I recommend that you do in the very beginning is to pick one and go all in. Again, they all work, so just pick one that makes the most sense for you. And in most instances, wherever you spend the most time, whatever social media platform you spend the most time, that's where you should start creating content. So what we're going to do is we're going to create content to attract people to us, and then we're going to convert those eyeballs into dollars, which I'll reveal later in this video. But again, simply pick a platform and then become the expert in that platform. Dedicate yourself to learning the ins and outs, learn how the different algorithms work, learn about the people or leaders in your industry, and learn about the best type of content to make. Now, this will take some time, but if you dedicate yourself to learning this upfront, you'll have a much easier, simpler time finding success on the back end. The other important thing to note is viewers consume information differently based on the platform. For example, and we'll get into this in just a moment, but YouTube people will actually search for the problem and the solution. TikTok people don't necessarily know that they have a problem. They might have symptoms of a problem, but they don't know what the problem is. And so we've got to create content based on the level of awareness that they have. So that's why it's really important to pick one platform to start and then go all in on that platform. And this brings me to step 3, in which we're going to create content to attract people to us. And the way that we do this, as I mentioned, is really based on the platform. The people over on YouTube have a very high awareness level, so they know the problem, they just need help finding the solution. People on YouTube and older platforms like blogging and even Pinterest, they're typing in their problems. How to make money online, how to save money, how to invest in the stock market. They're asking those questions because they know the problem. They're just looking for a solution. Now, I'm not saying one is better than the other. We just need to understand how we're going to attract them. TikTok, for example, another short format media, the users on that app don't usually know the problem. They know the symptoms of the problem, but they don't know the problem. In this instance, we need to create content based on their pain points, goals, dreams, desires, challenges, things that they're thinking but afraid to say out loud. For example, let's say we are in the investing niche. We want to make people over on TikTok aware of something called exchange traded funds. The users on TikTok might not know that they need to invest in the stock market. They might have heard something called the 401k, or they might be concerned about having enough money for retirement. And so we essentially could create content addressing those pain points. We could have what's called a hook, and a hook essentially may ask the target audience a question. Hey, have you heard of a 401k? Did you know that that is not the best way to save for retirement? The people that are aware of a 401k and they know what that does will be curious because they might have been told that a 401k is the best way to save for retirement. We want to create content to address the symptoms. If someone is concerned about living paycheck to paycheck, you can obviously create content where you say, here's how you stop living paycheck to paycheck, and then create content behind it. Now, when we create content, all of our videos need to have a hook, story, and offer. For example, this video teaches people over 35 how to start an online business. My hook, in fact, was, as a person over 35, we don't have time to screw around to start an online business. And then I went on to say, in this video, I'm going to reveal a simple 4-step process to help you not only start a business, but actually make money. That's a hook to reel you in. And what we need to do after we reel them in, we need to tell a story to pay off that hook. And what I'm doing right now is I'm telling a story to pay off that hook. I'm on step 3 of this 4-step process, and by the end of this video, you should have the foundations to start an online business. Essentially, you do the same thing on all platforms. The only difference is the length of time of the video. For example, a TikTok video is going to be about a minute to a minute and a half, and so your hook, story, and offer needs to be much shorter. Another great way to build an audience and build a community is to tell relatable stories related to your niche. For example, if I were talking about investing, I could tell relatable stories about how my 401k only brought in measly returns, but I didn't start seeing huge gains until I started what's called drip investing. People that are interested in investing and want to learn more, they're going to want to stay around for that entire video. And then at the end of the video, we have an offer, or what's called a call to action. The call to action is to follow for more, ask a question about their thoughts, or invite them to click the link in the bio to take the next step. And usually the next step is some sort of paid offer or lead magnet, which we'll get into in just a minute. One final note when it comes to creating content. On YouTube and older platforms like blogging and Pinterest, we're going to want to search keywords using the search bar. This is called keyword research. We're going to type in whatever our target audience is searching for and then go through each letter of the alphabet to see if that brings up additional results. For example, we could type in the search bar, how to lose weight, and then the letter A, and then the letter B, and then the letter C, continuing on until we go through the entire alphabet. This allows us to determine exactly what our target audience is searching for, and then we can create content to actually help them. And step 4 is how we're actually going to make money, the part that you've all been waiting for. Now, personally, I love creating tiny digital products to make money. Tiny digital products will put money right into our pockets. It helps us build trust and a relationship, and we have a list of buyers. Now, giving out a lead magnet or freebie is great, but a lot of those people, A, never open up that thing you're giving away, and they never become buyers, which will cause you to spend money before you actually make it. So what I recommend if you want to make money with your new following is to offer tiny digital products and price them between $7 and $50. Now, these digital products are great because you create them once and you sell them again and again and again. They have high margins, you can create them in a weekend, and if you don't have the skills or ability, you could hire somebody to do it for $5 or $10. The best part about digital products is that as soon as someone buys it, they instantly get that product or service and they can get that gratification. And if you solve their tiny problem, they'll come back to you again and again and again to solve bigger and bigger problems, and that's how we build a real online business. Now, if you remember, in the very beginning, I had you write down all of the problems that your target audience has or is currently going through. We're going to use those problems to help us create a tiny digital product so that we can start making money and helping our target audience. It really is as simple as that. For example, my first digital product that I created, it was a 60-second business blueprint that taught affiliate marketers how to use vertical videos like TikTok to get more leads so that they could earn more affiliate commissions. The tiny problem that I solved was helping them create content to get more attention on TikTok. Then once they got that attention, they could then turn it into potential money. That tiny digital product allowed me to earn more affiliate commissions and literally thousands of dollars, even though I sold that tiny digital product for just $5. Now, let me give you some examples of different digital products that you could create and sell in a weekend and potentially start making money. These include planners, templates, workshops, journals, affirmations, songs, beats, workbooks. The one caveat is I'm not a huge fan of ebooks. And the reason I don't like ebooks anymore is they've really been devalued. First of all, most people will buy an ebook and they'll never read the whole thing. Second of all, ebooks can be created within 20 minutes using ChatGPT. And usually when those ebooks are created using ChatGPT, they're very surface level, they're very basic information, and it doesn't build trust and a relationship and credibility. And so you're going to have to work harder to get that person to buy the next thing. Now, the great thing with digital products is you can actually create them for free. In fact, my first digital product, the 60-second business blueprint, I created 100% for free. I wrote it out using a Google Doc, and then I actually went over to Canva and made a cover that I just slapped on at the very end and sold it. I actually sold it and delivered it using a Google Drive, all 100% for free. Now, if you do have a few dollars, as little as $9 per month, you can actually sell your digital products using a software called Gbolt Systems. It is my system, and with Gbolt Systems, you're able to deliver your digital products, collect payments, do email marketing, and set up various automations so that you can make even more money. As I mentioned, this is the first part and the foundation of starting an online business if you're over the age of 35. In the next video, we'll be diving deeper into how to find your niche and how to capitalize on your experience to actually make money within your given niche. Now that you have watched this video and you know the foundations of starting an online business over the age of 35, watch this video next because YouTube says it's going to help you grow your online business.